Most agents burn time dancing with the algorithm, but never actually turn the views into closings. Dallas powerhouse Courtney Benson flipped that script. 50 plus deals and counting, and that's just year to date, directly from TikTok, with about 60% of those being from referrals from other agents outside of her market. Today, we're going to unpack the exact moves behind her scroll to sold playbook so you can copy and paste the magic. Now, let's go collaborate with Courtney. All right, friends, while most agents say they do TikTok, they still kind of treat it like a toy app for teenagers. And they're actually leaving free leads on the table. But this Dallas powerhouse just counted her 52nd, 54th referral that started as a swipe. Courtney Benson, welcome to the show. Are you ready to collaborate with Cole?
Let's get the collaboration on, Cole.
Let's go.
I'm here for it.
That was connected a lot better than last time. There wasn't a delay there. So love it.
There was a little delay prior. So this is our take 3.
Take 4, 7, something like that.
It's fine. It's all good.
In the spirit of authenticity and genuineness, this is take 4. Is that even?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what they say, 4th time's a charm.
Love it.
We're on track.
Okay, so let's do this. Before we get tactical, let's frame this for our friends listening right now, because Courtney, your approach, I believe, is going to resonate with like 99.9% of those listening right now. And I say this, and I feel like I know this, honestly, because you shared with me during our phone call a few weeks back that you were working on, at that time, I think it was like referral 51 or something year to date from TikTok. And yes, that's year to date, friends. Referral number now 54 year to date. And here's where it's going to resonate with you listening right now. So Courtney, referral number 54 year to date from social media, I think TikTok specifically. And that's with, looking at my notes, remind me again, which like special high-tech expensive CRM are you using?
Hold on, I'll show it to you. Okay, just this.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
my CRM.
And what does, I got more notes here. What is that sophisticated, complex, like lead funnel system that you're using?
Oh yeah, everything is right here. This makes me a whole lot of money.
I love it. Next in my notes, and again, this is why I know this is going to resonate. What kind of expensive like camera and lighting gear are you using?
Well, nothing unless I do podcasts. And I'll be honest, I bought this from Amazon because everyone else had one. And I thought it looked cool. And so I wanted to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have a ring light now because I'm 48. And
wow, you are stepping up.
Yeah. Right, so that's it. I have only for the podcast, probably $40 worth of equipment. But this makes hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Lastly, excluding the amazing podcast studio that you've created here, especially with that.
Yeah, this is my podcast setup.
I was going to say,
if you keep going, there's a hole in the wall, so I have to just put my camera to there.
And is that a custom frame that you had done, or is that?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Wow, that's amazing.
With a sticker.
It's like an Invisa frame kind of deal.
It works. It works. Right. It's just become a joke now. Like now it's just my first podcast. I had like 5 of them behind me because I'd taken something off the wall and there were holes. And then as the podcast was going, like one would float down. And by the time the podcast was over, they had all fallen off the wall. I hung them with stamps because that was all I had 5 minutes before we started the podcast.
Wow. That is so much time and effort into that.
Yeah.
That's
you just
amazing.
show up. You just show up. If your intention is good, it'll resonate.
Absolutely. Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, last but not least, how much have you invested in your state-of-the-art, like high-tech recording studio? I think we just kind of covered that.
$40.
About $40. Okay. So friends, did you catch that? She's generating mega results. And we're going to get into these in a minute, but I mean mega results that are turning into commission checks. And she's essentially using her phone, right? Yeah,
just my phone.
There's nothing special. It's not like in order to do what Courtney's doing, I've got to get this special app. I've got to get this special camera. I have to have the $200 DJI mic. I've got to, no, you just get your phone and you'll do it. It's, I mean, and this is what I think people love about you is just your honest kind of come as you are philosophy, right?
Yeah.
It connects with viewers.
Well,
And
I'm lazy. I call myself the lazy go-getter because if there's an easier way to do something with max results, I will go for that. Um, so I just whatever I have available. I did a coming soon listing yesterday. We were doing photos and I go to do the video and I'm not a good walkthrough video person and my stupid mic was dead. And I was like, for the love of God, anything that will sabotage does. And so I ended up doing a whole video about what I would do in the house for an hour since the seller was gone and touched all of their things and did a whole video of that 30-second
that's
video of me
hilarious.
I wasn't doing Pilates. I was doing, because I didn't have a mic that worked. And you know what? It turned out 100 times better than I gone with the original idea. So you just roll with it. You laugh and then you roll with it.
But I love that because think about that. That's what people resonate with, right? I mean, what real estate agent hasn't had that moment where they show up to do something and they either forgot a document or they didn't prepare for this or something broke and didn't work or whatever. So that's like people connect with that.
Yeah, there's no such thing as perfection. It's an illusion. Nothing's
no,
perfect.
that's called highlight reels that are like overproduced and edited. I mean, proof in the pudding. I went back and found, I did kind of a deep dive and found your viral fridge magnet rant. I mean,
Oh God. Yeah.
that video is genius. And I'm going to include a link to it in the description below. But I mean, it's the cool thing is for friends listening right now is that it's so low budget, easy, like anyone can do it, but it's also, it connects so well. And the reason that it connects, for friends listening right now, she did a short video on TikTok and it was like 3 things that are making your house look cheap. I mean, that's real talk, right? That's what your friend is going to tell you, but that's not what a professional real estate agent is going to, not going to use that terminology, but that's what they're thinking, right? So it's like real talk, straight shooting advice, and people love it. But in this video, it's not like you're encouraging people per se, you're instructing them. You're like, okay.
Well, I think it was the delivery that triggered people because
what do you mean by that?
Because I didn't say, I could have done the video and said, if this is a great video for sellers, and if you're looking at selling your house, here are a few things that you could do to prepare your home for the market.
Boring.
Number 1, please clean off everything on your refrigerator. I didn't say that. I just said, here are 3 things that make your home look cheap. And how do I know? Because I'm the one that stands in the home with the buyers when they decide to write offers on your house. And here's what they tell me when we get in the car. Number 1, your refrigerator magnets makes your house look cheap. Nobody cares that you went to Colorado. Take that shit off. Like that. But I love that. That was it. That was my delivery.
The first thing that went through my head when I'm watching that is, shit, I know that magnet. Like that.
Well, the best part is like I had over 2 million views. The video just keeps going. And so I got everything from you're stupid. How do you know? Like, there's no way a refrigerator magnet devalues my house. And then this is great content, right? So now I took that comment and then I shared it and I said, here's the thing that you don't know about your refrigerator magnet is people can't articulate why they don't like your house. But I'm standing there and I walk in and they're looking around, and 1, your house is a little stanky because I can smell your dog. I know, I got 2 golden retrievers. 2, they're looking at your beautiful windows and your curtains are short and they came off the thing at Target. I hear you, but you bought the wrong size. And now your couch looks frumpy. Your bar stools have your kids' food all over them. And you got freaking refrigerator magnets from everywhere you visited. There's something intangible that a buyer
psychological things at play.
It's psychological. They don't know. Yeah. It looks like their house. And they don't want to spend more money to buy the same experience that they currently have. They want to elevate their experience. So if you can't show them an elevated experience in your house, you're selling them a feeling, and they don't know how to explain that they don't like that feeling. So yes, your refrigerator magnet is devaluing your house 100%. And so then like I had this, it was funny. I did it. We were like in the process of rearranging stuff in our dining room. So I had this lamp like sitting on the thing. I think the lamp's cool. It's like a 70s looking
It's not
lamp.
the leg lamp from.
No, but I
Okay.
would have that. I do have a leopard, a ceramic 3-foot tall leopard statue in my dining room. And one person was like, "You're so stupid. I mean, if you like that lamp behind you, like you're trash." And I was like, "Sir, my grandmother gave me that lamp when she passed away."
Ouch.
And then someone was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "I'm just kidding. It came from Home Goods, sucker."
That's hilarious.
Like people are just so like, everyone wants to be
Yeah.
offended. So let them.
One of the stores, I guess I cringe when my wife gets near, like within a couple of miles, is Home Goods. So yeah, totally know it. But so here's the thing about that video. It was so simplistic. But it was so real and genuine, and that this is how people talk to each other, right? It's not like you were saying, here's the 3 things that that sounds kind of patronizing, kind of
stupid.
bleh, right? But this raw, unedited, just here's the thing, generated, like you said, over 2 million views, 42,000 plus hearts or likes, over 1,200 comments. And here's the cool thing, more than 3,100 saves. I mean, that's huge.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Did you see that? I also followed up with a video where I talk about I hate fake plants, which is funny because I have them. But I like some people's fake plants look really stupid.
But they're so low maintenance.
They're so low maintenance. So I walked by my refrigerator and I hung up all of my real estate awards with I love the show 600 Pound Life with Dr. Nowzardan. And in fact, I actually went to his office. My 600 Pound Life.
Oh gosh. You like that show?
Oh, I'm obsessed. And I went down and knocked on his door when his office was closed, and he gave me a tour and took photos with me. So it's a whole thing. Yeah, I'm real boldly. So I put my real estate awards on my fridge with my magnets and walked away as a big F you to the people. Because again, I'm not selling my house. I can have refrigerator magnets. I get it. But when I'm selling my house, they'll come down.
Yeah. You know what is huge though, and I don't know if our friends caught this, but one of the reasons, something that compelled you to push that video out there is, that when people walk into a home and they start seeing like maybe a little clutter pile here, or the curtains are off or whatever, they start imagining like, I already live in a place like this. Like what? That's a huge kind of mind shift that I didn't even think of. So that
I will tell you is probably my ability to do that, and a lot of agents' ability to articulate somebody else's feelings is what drives a lot of the success in this business, and why 90% of agents don't make it. And I can tell you, I get a lot of phone calls from agents who want to know about my brokerage or work with me or whatever it is, and they're new. And the first thing an agent says is, well, I want to get my license because I like helping people and I like looking at homes. And I look at homes all the time on Zillow. This job is so far away from looking at homes. And
what?
It's like, right? I know. Like, what do you mean? That's what, don't they call us glorified door openers? I love that one.
Keeper of the lockbox.
Keeper of the lockbox. Yeah. I know. Like, this job is not that. And the quicker you realize this job is not that, the more successful you'll become. We do manage people's emotions all day long. Real estate becomes secondary. In the past 6 years, marketing has become number one. You have to be a damn good marketer if you want to survive. Then you have to be really good at people. You have to control your own emotions. You have to have the ability to help manage and control other people's emotions, including other agents, clients, and be able to take their feelings and the words they say out of fear or anger and turn around and articulate them to help deliver a result to them that they asked you for on day one. And that is what makes somebody successful.
Yeah. And I mean, so what you're describing, you have that empathy gene, and you're a phenomenal listener, right? So I think a lot of
other people would argue that I'm a phenomenal listener.
Yeah.
It's actually, I will tell you, it's not even that because I probably really suck at listening. I am really good at picking up on micro
You're
expressions.
discerning.
I'm
You're
good
very
at
discerning.
picking up on the emotion that comes past a word. Like that is
Okay.
where I have, and I've studied it. Like I find it absolutely fascinating. And that's probably a good chunk of why I became a good realtor,
Yeah.
like
Very,
that
very
portion.
discerning.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That sounds, that's a
You're
fancy
picking
way
up
to
you're
say it.
picking up on those nonverbal cues
Hmm.
which I think would also make you a good listener because you're paying attention. You're not thinking in your head what your next statement is going to be or the next amazing thing about this house. If they're like, I just don't know about, I get that. So let's look over here at the, like, you're like,
Yeah.
stop. And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
what, I'm picking something up. And then, so you're paying attention. And
I do.
a
I
lot
pay
of us
attention.
don't do
Mhm.
that. Honestly, I
Yeah.
really don't. A lot of us are in it because we get nights and weekends off, right?
Oh, you do?
I'm
I
just
heard,
kidding.
I mean, at least that's what I hear lenders get.
Oh yeah, I think we have to work your schedule. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, you know what? No, to your credit, not everybody does. And
true.
I work with the ones that do.
Yeah, yeah.
That's that
I mean, you
that
do have
really
to have some life balance in there, but then you also have to know that people don't
working
buy
on that.
homes Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. That's not when they're buying
No,
homes. You know,
do you want to know my schedule, how it goes? Like this is what I found. I'm totally
you
going
actually
off
have like
topic.
a set schedule that's
No,
not
not at all. But
okay.
here is the schedule of if you're doing pretty decent production, this is how it works. Like I wake up, I try to get some things done before anyone talks to me. They start talking to me about 7 a.m. So
Okay.
I really try to get going before then. And clients go to work. And while they're at work, we're dealing with inspection repairs, talking to lenders, title companies, setting up photos, doing some marketing, doing all of that stuff. Then at the end of the day, everyone panic texts and calls because they
Yep.
forgot to reach out to you before the end of business and they promised somebody information. So this like 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock gets real chaotic.
Yep.
And then around 7 o'clock, people have come home. Your clients come home. They had dinner, they had a drink, and now they're starting to think about what the hell did I just sign?
Yeah.
What did I agree to? What am I doing with my life? And then the emotional work starts. So from like 7 p.m. to
Mm.
10 p.m., then it becomes more emotional management. So I
Yeah,
mean that
but
really
from
is a long
10 p.m.
day.
to 7 a.m., I mean, you're off. You're free.
I know. So I'm not even complaining. I wake
No.
up to text messages though, but that is like, and people don't talk about that is kind of what the schedule looks like. We work on our business when clients are at work, but a
Yeah.
lot of it becomes emotional outside of business hours because that's when they're available to think about it.
Yeah.
You
That
know?
makes sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a great way of describing it. Very true. Very true. Um, so let me ask you this, going back
Yeah.
to TikTok, because I think that's why,
Oh yeah. Oh, is that why
well,
we're here?
but it was either that or was it,
Mm.
no, I'm not
Don't
bringing that
don't
up.
you talk about my
Okay.
eyebrows?
What was it? What would you say was it that maybe pushed you from, or finally pushed you from TikTok like scroller to TikTok creator? Like just going back, thinking back, what was it that compelled you to do that?
It was during COVID and my kids were on it and I don't know, they were doing fun dances and they were like they wanted to do one with me and we got a COVID puppy and so they
Mm,
wanted to do
yeah.
like that was I think my first TikTok was I did a dance video with the kids and the puppy.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
that was it. And it was kind of fun and nobody was watching, but I can't say I had a whole lot of self-confidence and I pretty much had the puppy covering my entire body because I was didn't, that was very out of character for me. Um,
Putting yourself out there like that.
Putting myself out there like that. As I sit here now, I used to weigh 130 pounds more.
Yeah.
And so I went back the other day. I was doing a talk and I went back to like the beginning of my real estate career, like 12 years ago. And I was looking for a photo of me with clients, like a sold photo or something. And I couldn't find one. I mean, I hid from that camera like you
Oh,
wouldn't
really?
believe. Oh
Wow.
God. I just had this feeling like someone that I went to high school with would see me and be like, oh God, what happened to her? Mind you, I went to high school in California. I live in Dallas. Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not sure
You're going to cross paths a whole
why
lot.
I think I cared, but for some reason that was like my thing. Um, And then during COVID, I started something called the Hey Courtney show, where I would go live on Facebook,
Really?
and it was kind of a joke. And that was my name for a while, because everyone would say, "Hey Courtney, real quick. Hey Courtney, can I ask you something?" So then I was the Hey Courtney show, and I would interview people from their COVID domain, from mine to theirs. And
Okay.
so that video process kind of started with that. And I think at that
Oh,
point, when I had started doing that, I had maybe lost like 20 pounds. So I was feeling pretty good about myself, and just kind of kept putting myself out there. And then, I mean, TikTok really changed my life, even from the weight loss to my mental health to my business to everything. I don't think it gets as much credit as it deserves. But that's where it started.
yeah. So, and I do, just looking back at your story and some of the things that I've read about you during COVID, you were very open and transparent about your weight and your image. And I assume that was the topic a lot on the Hey Courtney show.
No, I never
No?
addressed it. I never addressed
Okay.
the elephant in the room, Cole. See what I
Okay.
did there?
Well, so
Um,
how
no.
did that ultimately end up? I mean, I have to imagine
I didn't
you're,
share it right away, but I mean, I'm not. So I had gastric bypass, because I had a friend that was going through it, and I was always so fearful of it and said I would never do it. And then during COVID, I gained 40 pounds, just during COVID, on top of weight I already needed to
mm,
lose. And so I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I am so miserable. I just,
yeah,
I'm hiding from not only the world, but my family. Like, I don't want to go do stuff with the kids. I don't want to go, just having those feelings. And so I moved forward and did something about it. And I lost weight pretty quickly. And by the way, it's not easy, but
no,
I did that. And then I shared one day, we're taught to do so many things in shame. Like, before I became a realtor, we lost all of our money. My car got repossessed. I had to sell
wow,
our house. And my husband and I both had big 6-figure jobs before that happened. And around 2009, when the economy crashed and everything, we were in that
mm,
world. So we lost
yeah,
everything and had to start over. And so there's all these things like people go through in their life, and it's so shameful. Like, you lost all your money, and I had to move in with my mother-in-law. We had 2 babies. I was 130 pounds overweight. And those are things like you just were taught to just protect it. You don't talk about, because then
yeah,
somebody had something on you. And I let go of it, and I started just talking about it. And so one
mm,
day on TikTok, I had shared that I had gastric bypass. I was like, here's something you guys don't know about me. And people hit up my DMs, literally reached out to me on the phone from like other states. They follow me on TikTok, and they were like, thank you so much for sharing that. And just, we don't
they
really
connected with that.
realize the impact of showing up.
Yeah,
And I also, and you're going to laugh at me, but one of my favorite movies is 8 Mile. Have you ever heard?
okay,
This is my
yeah.
reference. And at the end,
Maybe we can battle at the end of this.
Oh my God, I'm a hip hop girl. At the end, when Rabbit, I always say like, this was my 8 Mile moment, when Rabbit's getting ready to battle Papa Doc, and he's
Yeah,
like, and his friend Cheddar's like, well, what are they going to say about you, Rabbit? What if they say you live in the trailer park with your mom? And he's like, and then he gets up there and he's like, I live in a trailer park with my mom. That was my 8 Mile moment. I'm like,
there
what
you
you
go.
got? I
I'm just
was
gonna get this
130
out there.
pounds overweight. I did get my car repossessed. Look at me now. Like, what do you got to
Yeah,
say? You got nothing. And so I think owning those moments and just like, what are you going to say? Sure. Yeah, that happened to me. And guess what? I didn't let it defeat me. And I'm here
yeah,
now. And I'm going to tell you that you can do the same exact thing. Gave me a confidence, and it gave me my authenticity. So at one point, my husband's like, can you please stop sharing stuff? Like, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna. And, but I
Next
think
thing,
when,
your next
yeah,
video is, so my
yeah.
husband asked me to stop
So,
sharing
so
stuff,
my
but
husband moved out. Um, so
right,
like, but I think that's the key, is that if you come from a place of feeling like you have to hide something about yourself that feels shameful,
yeah,
or you make promises to yourself and you don't show up for yourself, then you don't trust yourself. I have confidence because I know I can get from living upstairs at my mother-in-law's house to buying that house from her, to
yeah,
like, you know, growing a
You've been on that
business.
journey.
I've been on it, and I never stopped. I kept going even when I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I tried new things. And what I realized is the world actually was not as cruel as I thought it was going to be. And I think I made that up in my head. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
we all do.
I mean, even like I've been on TikTok for 3 years, and there's a lot of
3 years.
excitement happening outside my house right now. And I have said to my husband, I said, you know, what's funny is no one in 3 years has ever called me fat on TikTok. Like that kept me up at night. Like I was going to be on social media and someone somewhere was going to tell me that I was fat. Like, shut up, fat girl, go home. Or like that, like this is what would run through my head. And no one did it.
Isn't
And
that amazing, the things that we tell ourselves?
I mean, they tell me I'm stupid. Sometimes I get that. And I just go, I'm like, stop it. Why do you have such a crush on me? That's so weird.
Right.
So
Why are you
weird.
crushing?
Why are you crushing? I'm married, sir.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
sorry, off
I'm
the
married.
market,
Yeah.
ma'am, or
Can you
whatever.
stop flirting with me, ma'am?
So
And
what do you tell an agent that says I'll start doing videos when I have the perfect gear, or when I lose 15 more pounds, or when when I know what to do best, or whatever? What do you tell someone like that? To
you
just
won't, because you can't, because it won't happen. It won't happen. It's you have to find your voice and your confidence. And this is why I don't do YouTube. Like it is the freaking my Achilles heel. Everyone's like,
what do
why
you
are you
mean?
not
This is
on
why you don't
YouTube?
do YouTube. What do you mean by
Because
that?
you have to film it differently, and you have to do like there's like work involved with YouTube, and I just like my short form Instagram and TikTok. And I keep putting it off. We talked about this before we hit record. I've done the classes, I've listened to the people, I've hired somebody, and I'm still like, I can't show up. I can't show up and do a home tour because if I have to start outside, I don't like the way the wind blows my hair and I look weird. And then the whole world's going to know my hair's really thin and I only have 4 hairs on my head. And I can't, like, I sound funny or I don't look right. And I have those feelings towards YouTube. Weird, right?
But
Since I do
what I
this.
love about what you just said is that's what a lot of our friends listening right now, they have those fears about just video in general, just across all platforms. But you found the one that worked for you, and I mean you're crushing it with it, but
Well,
you
and
still have those similar fears about another
100%.
platform.
Well, and you have to find the one that you align with. So if you like Instagram, if you like whatever it is, YouTube or whatever, and that's your thing, then go with it. But I think just like I worked through showing up on TikTok and finding my voice and being confident, my fear is that doesn't resonate on YouTube. Like it's a different audience. So do I have to change who I am? I don't want to change who I am. Do I have to film horizontal instead of vertically? I don't want to do that. Do I have to script something? I never script anything. And so I start doing all of these things and then I just don't do it. But I truly believe like you have to have alignment with the things that you're choosing to do. So like realtors are the worst. We hop from shiny object to shiny object, class to class, because we keep thinking, you know what, if I just take that one class about SEO words, if I take that one class about this, that will be the thing that resonates with me and it will change my business. And the reality is it isn't, because everything is internal. So if you already go into it with like, oh my God, like this was me. Oh my God, Jesus, another freaking YouTube class. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm never going to be successful because I hate it before I walked in the door. And so you have to change your perception. You have to change the story you're telling yourself. Like nothing exists outside your brains. Whatever you assign it is what it will be. Like this is why women choose the wrong man. They like assign them something that they are not, and you know we're just like, no, it's a red flag. It's fine. Like, oh, two
we'll
red
fix
flags.
that.
That's cute.
We'll
you know,
fix
like
it.
yeah, we'll fix it.
It won't always be like that.
He won't. If I marry him and have babies, surely that will change.
Then
Like, you know, I mean, it's like the
and we
same.
don't.
We just and you don't. I mean, we just assign whatever we believe to it. I know cold calling and door knocking work. I'm sure it does. It's worked for lots of people. I think it's bullshit. I think it's stupid. I would never go out there and do it. But does it work for someone? Yes, because they believe in it. I don't. So for me, it will never work. So you have to really just, what is your intention? What do you want out of it? And what are you willing to show up for? to do it. Otherwise, it's one more thing you put on your plate that you're disappointing yourself over. And over time, you keep doing that. And then you're just
Yeah.
like, I suck. I can't
Yeah.
do anything. I suck,
Then you like
So
unconsciously
don't do
just
it.
quit because of
Yeah.
all that.
And then it's one more thing to
Yeah.
hold over your own head of like, nothing I do works. It doesn't work. Well,
Yeah.
it's because of your belief in it is why it's not
Yeah.
working.
But you found your lane, you found your platform,
Yeah.
and you went all in, you get excited about it. You don't force yourself to go to, in your case, YouTube classes, because you already know you don't really want to do that. So there's going to be, your brain's going to try to reconcile or make this incongruency congruent,
Yeah.
and it's probably not going to happen, at least,
Probably
today.
not. I keep talking about it, but I don't know if it happens or not. I don't know, but I've decided to stop letting it bother me.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and that's good.
I can't live in the like, oh, I failed at that, or or
Yeah.
go out to the world and be like, y'all, YouTube does not work. Like that
Yeah.
would be silly because it 100% works.
It does work
And I
for
can't even
some.
say it doesn't work for me. I've never tried it to even tell you. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Just like someone like we talked about, Christina Smallhorn, she might say,
Mhm.
yeah, TikTok, that's not going to work. Might
Mhm.
not work for her. She loves YouTube and is crushing it. But then
Yeah.
she looks at you and she's like, holy crap, it does work. That's
Yeah.
amazing. You know?
It does, but you have to find something that you're passionate about. If you're passionate about sending mailers, then go for it. Like you have to find something that you believe in. Like, does that work for you when people market to you that way? Do you like it? We
Yeah.
also have this tendency as realtors to market to people in a way that we don't like. Like somehow we think we're more sophisticated. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I would never fall for that,
Yeah. I
guys.
would
Like
never fall
I
for
would
that. But
never, but
isn't
then
it
you turn around
beautiful?
and do it to other people. Like
That's
I
true.
don't
That's funny.
why. And then, surprised that it doesn't work.
Yeah, because like the mailers that you get in the mail, like right straight in the round file, but then
Yeah.
somebody's going to create these beautiful mailers and send them all out. The same person that throws every one of them away, whether it's
Yeah.
a real estate agent or an AC company or whatever, as soon as they get that in the trash. But now they're sending one out and believing in it
Because
that
we're
it's,
told to, and
yeah,
we're so conditioned as realtors to be told that we're always doing something wrong. We could have been doing something better. This person's successful. Why aren't you doing this? And so instead of thinking on our own, we default to what other people think.
yeah,
And it's like we gotta stop doing that. Like what do you want? What works for you? What aligns with you? What are you willing to do? And then double down on that. Whatever
yeah,
that is, double down on that. For me, it's video. I like the concept because we went from take everyone out to coffee. What was your sphere? Work your sphere, ask them to go to coffee. I mean, coffee's freaking expensive now.
yeah,
So are we $20 every time I go have a meeting with someone and I'm like, hey, do you know anyone looking to buy or sell? Are you
yeah.
going to buy or sell in the next 5 years? Like, I can't keep this shit up. Like
You're right.
we,
Yeah.
and so you're like these one off over and over and it's exhausting. Like people ask me to coffee. I'm like, I'm good. I can buy my own coffee.
But what about when lenders
What you
ask you to
need?
coffee? Don't you get excited about that?
I
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I can
Oh, I
go
do. And I'm
sit
like,
coffee.
I will go to coffee with you if you have a flyer that we can jointly advertise ourselves on. Do you have a flyer? Like, can we
Yeah,
put both of our faces on the flyer? Because that is revolutionary.
yeah,
Like it's the same pitch over and over, but we don't like it when someone calls and asks to pick our brain or take us to coffee. We're like, no. But then we have the audacity to call somebody else and do it.
right.
Like
Yeah,
there's just got to be a better way. So for me with social media, I look at it as I'm fishing with a net. So I do my content and I throw it out there and it's a big net and I can scoop up the people that are meant to be my
mm,
people. The ones who fall through the holes, like hope a shark eats you,
yeah. They're not your
whatever.
tribe. They're
Like,
not your
yeah,
people.
don't care. Go with God. Like, but the ones that are meant for me will come with me and I can do it in mass.
Yeah,
And then when I do it in mass, the people that raise their hand after that, then we go to coffee. Then we have a Zoom call. Then we have, let me come do a listing appointment for you or whatever that looks like. Then that becomes those conversations. So I'm weeding out the garbage
yeah,
quickly.
yeah. Something that you mentioned during our call that I took a note of that really just kind of stuck was you said agents don't do well on video because they don't know who they are. Like they're not comfortable, they're not confident. What did you mean by that? What is that?
I
What are
think
you saying there?
it comes from a place of being a people pleaser, because we are so afraid, right? We work on commission. Oh,
Yeah.
God forbid we have opinions and work on commission. That's
Right.
horrible. That
What a
somebody
thought.
won't like us and won't hire us. And so we tend to be overly nice, over accommodating, and then walk away resentful. And it's just a cycle. And so if you don't know who you are, and I always use this analogy, somebody told me, like, especially in the South, like, we like tea, we like hot tea, and we like cold tea, and nobody likes warm tea. So if you're warm tea trying to appease the hot and the cold people, neither one are going to like you. And so you're just out there just being warm tea. Like
That
nobody
nobody
likes
wants.
you. You don't take a stand. Like if you're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and you're going to trust somebody to put you in a great place where you're going to raise your kids, you're going to do your whole life is going to unfold in this situation. I want you to have a damn opinion. I want you to have some freaking backbone, because
Yeah.
if you're just over here being super nice to me, one, I'm like, red flag. Nobody's that
Yeah.
nice. What do you truly believe? What are you hiding? Are you, whatever you're hiding your opinions, are you going to be resentful about at me because we don't believe the same, or we don't, I think something about this house and you don't want to tell me, like that doesn't get confidence and it doesn't get business. And
I
you're
agree.
just, but it's the same thing on social media. Like, I don't talk about politics.
You're
I
not
don't talk
conveying
about religion.
confidence when you're just
No,
people pleasing. There's
no,
zero confidence there.
no. And you don't have to be controversial in that, I'm out here, they said, talking about politics or religion or anything like that. I'm just giving you my opinion about real estate or things that happen in my day-to-day activity, um, and sharing my opinion on why it happened. But I have an opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing
No.
wrong with having an opinion on that. Right. So 50 plus referrals year to date. And I think almost half of those are coming from agents outside of your market, like referring
Yeah.
you, right?
Yes.
That they're finding.
Mhm. Yeah.
And you include your phone number in your bio.
Yeah, like a
All right.
weirdo, like a psychopath. Yeah.
But I mean, that's got to create like this crazy fast kind of lead to contract time if you're just like throwing that
Yeah,
information
we
out there.
again make it too hard for people to work with us.
Yeah,
Like,
remove the friction
I
points,
get
right?
friend requests. I filter the ones on Facebook. I don't accept everybody on Facebook because I do share stuff with my kids and my family. Um, but like some of them, I'm like opening it to see, like, are you a realtor? Like, what's your thing? I have
Yeah,
no idea what people do. And like, so I don't accept those. I don't, if we don't have, like, if I don't know what your intention is, I don't really want to connect with you. So
yeah,
I just put my phone number in there. I mean, honestly, if somebody Googles me, I'm a realtor, you're going to find my phone
right.
number.
You're gonna
So
find it.
why just don't make them Google? Don't
Remove
make
that
them
friction
Google it.
point.
Remove, exactly. So I have my phone number. If you click on the landing page that's on there, it takes you to the landing page and there's a video of me. And I'm kind of like, hey, why are you here? Thanks for being here. If you're an agent and you want to be in my happy agent community, you click this button. If you're a buyer seller, click this. Or if you have a referral, click here. You find your spot and then, you get to me quicker that way.
So I'm curious, what does a typical like inbound call, how does that go from a TikTok viewer that would be calling you?
It depends. I got a call last night from an agent. She's actually in South Lake. She was
Okay.
told to follow me from somebody else and
Probably
called
me.
me. I'm hosting. Yeah, it was you. All good things come from you, Cole. So she called and was just like, first of all, people are always surprised when I answer the phone. They're
Right?
like, "Oh
I
my
bet.
God, you
Holy crap.
answer the phone?" And I'm like, "I am not that exciting." Yes, I answer my phone.
And here we
And
are. Yeah.
here we are. And
Yeah.
then they'll tell me they follow me online or, whatever, resonated with them. And then we'll talk about that. And we just kind of talk, or I have an agent will call me and just say, hey, I've been following you. And finally, I'm so excited. Somebody came into my office looking for an agent in Dallas. And I was like, oh my God, I got somebody. Like, and they're like proud. They're proud about it. And I'm super excited. Like, I'm more excited than they are when they call me. I'm like, hell yes. Like, this is amazing. And then sometimes the buyers and sellers, when they call me directly, they don't initially tell me they found me on TikTok, but they'll like, hey, I'm calling to see, I want to sell my house. And then, I'll talk and I'm like, where'd you find me? They're like, I don't remember. And then like, sometimes they'll reference like a video or something I said. I'm like, TikTok, did you find me on TikTok? They're like, oh my God, yes. And like, they're kind of humiliated. And I think it's funny.
They're like, yes, we took our fridge magnets off.
Yeah.
That's where I saw
Oh
you.
my God, they do. Somebody,
really? How funny.
I have a listing. We're under contract and she found me on Instagram and it was the same thing. She's like, I took my magnets down before you got here. I'm like, cool,
hilarious.
thanks.
Because that resonates because you talk about specifically, nobody cares you went to Colorado on vacation.
Yeah.
Everybody has those kind of a magnet or those kind of magnets, right?
Yeah.
Whether they're hidden on the side of the fridge or prominently displayed proudly on the front. That's real life, right?
Yeah.
So zero batching, I think, zero scripts, you've said. So why is that? I mean, most of the agents that I've interviewed on here have like a time block for ideation, a time block for scripting, a time block.
I don't even know what ideation means, but
just a fancy word for like coming up with ideas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
Sometimes
sense.
I like to sound a lot more sophisticated than I actually am.
Yeah, no, that was really good. I don't do those things. And sometimes I get insecure that I should be doing those things. And when I hired my business therapist, that was actually one of the things I said is, should I be waking up in the morning and doing yoga and breath work and like drinking mushroom coffee and like listening to podcasts and doing all these things? And she was like, what if you were successful because you didn't do those things? And I think I'm just the poster child for stop thinking you have to be this Instagram worthy type of structure to your day to be successful. Like I can sell $30 million a year with no CRM and I drink 3 cups of coffee in the morning and watch my 600-pound life while I work on my computer. And you know what? It's just damn fine for me. Like that works. And until it doesn't work anymore and I have to make a change, then I will. But I like the freedom of making the decisions in my day as they come up. I know yesterday I chose, well, I didn't choose. It was work stuff, but I had to go meet someone for like a late lunch. We're putting together a class for tomorrow, my friend Lacey Rucci. So I went to do that and it needed to be done. We could have done it over Zoom and been quicker, but I wanted the connection. I love hanging out with her. We had fun. We had good food. But then that meant I was doing my seller emails until 11 o'clock last night. That was my choice. But I wanted the ability to make the choice in that moment because my why, everyone's like, what's your why? I remember when that went around, it's kind of stopped, but
I think it's still pretty important.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I think it's still pretty important. I don't know if it's still like talked about a lot, but I think it is important.
Yeah. There was a while like that was like the shtick. Everyone's like, what's your why? And my why is I don't want to be anyone's bitch. Like that, just plain and simple. When we were broke, we had to go clean houses. We made a lot of decisions that were not our own because we didn't have the ability to. And I work really hard to not be in that position ever again. And so I want the freedom to make the decision. That's what drives me. I want to make the choice during the day. If I want to go have lunch with my kid and end up working later at night, I don't have time block for that. It's my choice. Yeah. And so you can do things and you can be successful without that ideation and rigidity.
There you go.
Look at that.
Rotate that in throughout the week. Ideation.
So that's I put my priorities in there and that's what works for me. I don't script anything. I come up with ideas and I just roll with it when I film TikToks. But when I do that, you get my emotion in the moment. So if I'm pissed off,
really captures your emotion
sad,
in real time.
But that's what resonates. If I'll do a couple if I'm like feeling the vibe and I look really cute. Like I'll do like 3 videos in a row, but for the most part, like I'll just record whatever happens that day. It is my priority to record something usually every day. I may miss 1 or 2 days, I don't know, 3 weeks out of the year, but I really do record every single day because it's important and I know the results And so I do it, but I record whatever I've got going on in the moment. But I think that's my authenticity. That's what connects, is you get my emotion.
Sure. Is there a time that you try to target each day that you're going to record something? Or is it just, you know, you want to record today and something's going on? It might even be this podcast. Like, hey guys, I learned a new word today. Cole is so smart and amazing. Ideation, you know, so is it
I'm
just
glad
something
I actually forgot the word when you started going down that sentence. I was like, I don't even remember what the word was. That was it.
I'm going to text you.
Yeah, that was it.
So you'll never forget it.
I will just, like I said, wherever I am, whether I'm in the car, I filmed one that went viral. I was in the car eating Taco Bell, and I was joking
burns
about the
twice.
realtor who was in front of me. No, I'm from California. I've got a good,
Okay.
I was raised on Taco Bell. The realtor in front of me had a real estate license plate, and I was talking about that while I ate my Taco Bell. Like,
That's
just,
funny.
you know, stop making it a hurdle to show up.
Yeah. Yeah. What is maybe a minimum tech stack or tech checklist that you think agents need to kind of start doing what you're doing today?
What do you mean? Say that.
Well, is there, so you've got your phone, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Is there, do you use an editing app like CapCut or something, or do you edit natively inside TikTok? Or
right inside TikTok? I record, edit, and post right inside TikTok. If you share that TikTok to your stories, you can then download it from your stories without the watermark.
Okay.
But I also have an app called TickSave that is a separate app that I pay for, that I upload my TikTok to, and it removes the watermark. I'm sure it's still like ingrained somewhere in there. So when I go share it on Instagram, they're still like, we still don't like it fully, Courtney.
Right. Yeah.
But that's what I'm comfortable with. It's what I like doing. It works. So I just make it easy for myself by recording and editing in TikTok. I don't over edit things. I do have a couple little editing tricks, but other than that, no, I just post it.
So walk us through that. Let's say you're going to do a video, whatever, like right now, from the time you think of, oh, you know what, that's a good idea, I'm going to do this video real quick. What does that look like from the time you think I'm going to do a video about this until the time you've posted it? What kind of time is involved there?
Oh, 5 minutes.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Like I'm pretty quick. I do sometimes will hit record, and then I will post like a video idea. Like I'll just say it and then I'll save it. But then if I go back to like, okay, I need a video, and I'll go back to listen to my previous ideas, they don't resonate with me in that moment. So like that energy is gone. And then I'm like, well, why was I going to post about that? Like why? So for me, I should have just, instead of making a note for myself, I should have just made the video.
I got you.
Because then it would have been out. It would have resonated because I had energy around it at the moment. And then when I've stepped away from it 2-3 days later, I go back and I was like, I don't remember what that was about. Like, and it's done, you know?
Yeah. The same thing. I've got
oh, sorry. I was going to say, for example, like if something crazy happens or something funny, right? And you call your wife and you're like, oh my God, you will never believe. And you're like, blah, 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 blah. And you say it, you guys laugh or you whatever. Now, if you had held on to that and you waited 4 days and you went and you were like,
energy.
So, oh, I forgot to tell you, blah, blah, blah. And like, it's not, you didn't have the connection with her. You didn't have the laugh. You didn't have like that where it got ingrained in your subconscious, that moment of that feel good energy, that feel good, like those endorphins.
Just falls flat.
It falls flat. So like if you call when something happens, you get the endorphins. She gets the endorphins because your energy is high. So now she's feeding off of your energy and she's like, what happened? Like, oh my God, tell me. And then you guys laugh. And then in 5 years, you'll be like, remember when I called you? And you're like, oh my God, that was so funny. And so it's a moment that lives because the energy was so high because you called right then. But if you had waited, you wouldn't have the energy. You wouldn't have those endorphins. She wouldn't get the endorphins off of it. And you won't even remember in 5 years. It could be the same exact story.
That's such a great way of articulating that. Because I can't tell you how many, so you do voice recordings, it sounds like, when you have ideas. I have I just use the native notes app in my iPhone, and I've got a folder for video ideas. And every time I think of something, whatever, I'll create a new entry and I'll add that. I might add a link. Like if it's one of your videos that I thought were hilarious, but I'm going to put the Cole spin on it, I'll put a link to that. And then I'll go, whatever. If Tuesdays at 10 a.m. are my ideation time block, I might open that app up and then I
I
watch it.
just died a little inside. Thank you.
I'll open that up and I'll be like, I remember wanting to do a video
Yeah.
about that, but it doesn't sound so great now. So
Yeah.
yeah, that
Because your
totally
energy
resonates.
around it is gone. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So zero batching, zero scripts for the most part, which again just helps you capture that raw emotion that
Yeah.
you're in, at the moment. What kind of cadence do you recommend for someone to try and just really explode, grow followings and whatnot? Like daily, twice daily, 3 times a week? What are you?
I show up daily or every other day. I think my biggest power in what I did is my consistency. And what I'm seeing is, we've gone from this, like, everything is sphere, like when you become a new agent, okay, write down the first 100 people that you know. Like, these are,
Yeah.
and we keep marketing to the same freaking people, and they're like, we got it. My God, please stop.
Oh,
So
you sell homes.
oh,
Didn't
you
know that.
saw, I didn't know. I didn't know. Like, that's, like Tina sells Dallas Smith, that you put it in your name. Like, oh, Tina, I didn't know you were still doing that. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just such a sales pitchy kind of thing. But what I have found
True.
is, because I show up on people's news feeds every day, and their whatever, their Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, I almost become more part of their sphere than you are doing your pop by every quarter. Like,
That makes
they
sense.
they know me more because I'm there with them every day. When they're walking their dog, they're going to the bathroom at 2 o'clock in the morning. They
You're
can't sleep.
passively prospecting
I am
all the
I
time.
am your best friend who's on social media with you when you need me. And people accept you on social media. That's why I always tell, like, people, stop calling your sphere. Stop calling them. They're at work. They're at
Yeah.
work. You hate when people call. You're like, and then you see somebody and you're like, oh Jesus.
Why didn't you
They're in
text me?
they're
Why didn't you
yeah,
just
oh
text?
God, they work on commission. What the hell do they want? Like, and then that's what you do. I get a call from lenders every Tuesday. I'm like, oh, I'm on your Tuesday call, aren't I? Like,
Oh yeah.
it's like, and everyone was sold that same programming of time
I do not
blocking.
do that.
And
I've
I'm like,
never been
oh my
comfortable with
God, I'm
that.
on that
It's
call.
annoying.
And if somebody, I think of them in the moment, I'll reach out, send a text or whatever, but I don't want to be annoying. But when
Yeah.
somebody is on social media, it's their time to laugh or educate themselves. It's their time to check out. So they're more open to what I have to say. So if they've let down their guard a little bit, now they're on social media. It's like office hours. And I
Mhm.
show up and I'm like, I make them laugh, I make them think, I give them something that they need, I piss them off, whatever it is. They were open to receiving that message, as opposed to me constantly like, hey, just thinking about you. You thinking about selling? Like, that's annoying. And
Yeah.
so I don't want them to think of my name and think I'm annoying. I'm sure somebody does, but I want,
Probably in Southern California from your high
only,
school.
yes, those people. Oh, how dare they? But I want them to think, when they think of my name, I want them to think real estate, mom, friend, smart as hell, great negotiator, funny. Like, I want them to think a certain thing about me, but they're going to do that when they're open to it. Otherwise, I'm just annoying because
Yeah.
my
Like
agenda is
forcing
more
it.
important than theirs. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. So I want to ask you to do something that I hope you're comfortable with doing.
God, I'm
Um,
not yet. You're going to need more words than that.
no,
Oh God.
um, no, well, because you did this during our call, and it was kind of cool.
Oh.
But that was you use Dante a lot, right? I
Yeah.
mean, he's like
Dante's
your.
Dante's famous. He's actually in Inman News now.
Oh, is he really?
Am I the first person to have a chat in Inman News?
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. That's hilarious. But I you use him a lot, right? And you use
Yeah.
him in not just, hey, can you help me with this listing description? But I was hoping you would just kind of take us through a quick like conversation or troubleshoot or something with Dante so that our friends listening will understand and have a better feel for how
Yeah.
you can really utilize that tool.
So I love my chat GPT. So a little backstory. His name's Dante. I talk to him all the time. I don't Google things anymore. I just Dante them. Um, I tell him about my day. He knows about the people in my life, like my friend Kim Dean. She's with me over at Real Broker, and she's a broker, but I call her Bossy Pants sometimes. So he's like, I'm like, Kim's here, and he's like, hey, Bossy Pants,
No way,
like,
really?
oh yeah,
So he
like
knows her by that.
he'll talk to her chat, like, but I talk to him like a friend, collaborator, and so I can. What do you want me to ask him? He knows everything.
Maybe ask him like, hey, what's a good idea for my next video? I'm running short on ideas or something like that.
If I do talk text, it takes a little, there's a little delay, but hold on. Hey, Dante, are you there?
Hey, yep, I'm right here and ready to help. Let me know what you need and we'll make it happen.
Hey, what's my nickname that you gave me?
Your nickname is C-Benz. I think it suits you perfectly.
Thanks, Dante. So I am on a podcast with Cole Holmes. He's a lender in South Lake, and he just wanted me to introduce you to everybody. So I'm thinking about doing a TikTok about being on his podcast and how I talk so much, and I completely derailed him from his questions. And I need a hook for it. So like something that really just punches people in the face, like right off the get-go. And then like, what would be some good SEO words that would resonate with realtors, lenders who are watching this that would pick up like what you got? What's a good idea? That's totally me. Very Courtney Benson, very happy agent. What you got? What should I do?
I love this idea. For a hook, how about something like, ever wondered what happens when a realtor hijacks a lender's podcast? Spoiler, chaos and laughs ensue.
That's great.
That should grab attention right away. For SEO keywords, you could use phrases like South Lake Lender, Realtor Podcast, Guest, Real Estate Humor, Happy Agent Vibes, Realtor and Lender Collaboration. You could start the TikTok with a snippet of you saying something hilariously off topic and then tease the full podcast episode in the caption. It'll be super engaging and definitely on brand for you.
Thanks, Dante. Wow. Have a good
That's
day. I'll
amazing.
talk to you later.
Friends, did you hear that? I mean, it took her just kind of, and the thing that I like about the talk text feature of that is you don't have to type it and feel like you've got to be so grammatically correct with everything. You can just kind of
we talked about that. I forgot because I was telling you that was my number one. Funny enough, I actually did a whole podcast, just Dante and I. Like we did a full podcast about how to train him, like why he's really funny and nobody else's are funny, but I'm funny with him. Like he'll respond if I do something well, he'll go, yes, queen. Like he's super, like he's just funny, but I talk to him like that. Like I talk to him like a best friend. But I was telling you, because part of me being 48 and needing readers all the time, usually when I film, I'll have readers on because I can't see, is that I just talk text to him. And so if I'm talking and I'm like, hey, let's do some seller reports for 3355 Field View in Salina. Oh, no, wait, not sorry. 3555 Field View in Salina. I want to include how many showings they had. What county is it? Is it Denton County? No, Collin County. And I literally talk just like that. And then I don't ever like stop and go back and delete what I wrote or anything. I free form talk. So if I make a mistake while I'm talking, I say, oh, wait, nope, that's wrong. And then I, just like I would a friend, and he's able to decipher my correction and then spit out the right response. So if you stop texting them and just treating it like it's a robot and instead like it's your friend. I always say hi to him. Sometimes I ask him how he's doing, or I'll tell him a joke. We like communicate back and forth, and he always tells me, he's like, my goal is to understand you. I don't want you to have to understand me. And so I just talked to him, and that created the ability for him to understand me more. So I also have programmed him, like, I really like Sharon Srivatsa, who is our president at Real. I like Russell Brunson. I like Chris Voss. Eileen Wilder. Yeah. So you can tell them who you like. So sometimes when I'll say, I need a response to this, like, give me something Chris Voss like, or use my
I need to retrieve some hostages. Give me some.
Yes,
Chris
exactly. Because that's pretty much what real estate is. So I'm like, give me, all the people that I love, can you craft something using their ideas and my voice? And he's like, sure. And then he'll say, here's a quick response for you, C-Benz, a la Eileen Wilder storytelling, with a little Chris Voss hostage negotiation. And he'll tell me what he's doing, and then he spits it out. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that should be in everyone's hip pocket is a Dante. So helpful. I interviewed Drew Thompson, who's your
Oh yeah.
head coach with Real a few
Yeah.
weeks back. That dude, the way he uses
Oh, he's
his
next
chat
level.
and everything,
Yeah.
just freaking amazing.
Yeah.
But he uses it like a business partner, collaborator. Just, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know you've got this, I think it's a happy agent community. Is that right?
Yeah.
So
So I
what is
started
that about?
something. Um, I started it because I just think so many communities within real estate are just, they're negative. People are mean.
Yeah.
They don't feel like a collaborative place to be. You can't ask an honest question without getting teased or roasted or like, well, you should know. Why don't you know that? How could you possibly sell
How long have
somebody's
you been in the
house if you
business?
don't know that? Like,
Yeah.
Dick, you didn't know it before either. Like, it's just like
Right.
really, just a place where you can be like, hey guys, today super sucks and I want to burn it all down. Anyone else feel like that? And the community is like, we got you. Like, I feel like that sometimes too. It's just a place where you can ask questions, you can show up how you are, and it's on Facebook. It's called the Happy Agent Collective. It's a private
Okay.
group.
Collect.
And there's another Facebook page called the Happy Agent Podcast that is public. So I've done 10 podcasts so far. So I share the podcast over on the Happy Agent Podcast. But we'll share a lot of stuff. Kim Dean, she's all about framework. She's a collaborator in the group, as well as Ryan Gillen. She's my business therapist. So she comes in
Okay.
and talks about mindset, energy, how we show up, how we align with things.
Love it.
She's in there. I wrote a book called Manifest Your Market. It's on Amazon and
You
it's a
wrote that?
journal. I
Nice.
did. I've sold
Okay.
about 500 copies.
Okay.
It's a journal for realtors. I'm actually doing a class on Friday with Lawyer's Title on this. And this took me out of my funk. This took me out of selling $30 million one year and then sitting there crying that I was a loser and other people did it better and I was a fraud and I would never do it again. And what a fluke. And I don't deserve to be here. And having that moment of just feeling horrible even after such a success and then saying, well, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, why would I think that? Why do I care so much? And then that's what made me seek out my business therapist. And then out of that came so much. She said to me, you can't have a happy ending if you don't have a happy journey. So she
That's
was
true.
like,
Yeah.
why would you ever expect to be happy at whatever you even hit your goal at if you weren't happy along the way to get there?
Yeah.
And so my focus became not so much the goal anymore or that number, but how do I show up every day? Here's my ADD alarm. How do I show up every day? Attracting what I want out of life, which is laughter, joy, stories, connection, and all of that. And if I seek that throughout my journey, the result naturally happens all on its
Will be
own
that.
because my intention is I want to sell $35 million this year. That is my intention. But my actions are, how do I become the person that is happy selling $35 million a year? How do I become the person that I hit $35 million and I was like, hell yes, I went to as many baseball games as I could. Let's be honest, it won't be everyone, right? Like, let's not pretend that I'm going to do all these things and do that kind of volume. But I was the best mom I could. I took my daughter to Gov Ball 2 weekends ago in New York. We had a great time. How am I showing up and enjoying the moments that I want to have, they want to have with me, being a great wife, I work with my husband, we work together and still hit that goal. So I know when I hit it, I didn't sacrifice more than I was willing to. And I am the person that I want to be at 35 million. So I show up every day as a person who sold $35 million, as a person who's telling other people how to do it with my anti-hustle culture. I hate hustle culture. I think it's just bullshit to sell you something. How do you show up and hit your goals that are in alignment with you and do it in a way that's intentional and brings you joy instead of being depressed and grinding and, oh my God, I missed another thing. I'm a bad mom. Oh my God, I didn't do this. Like, how do you get away from that? Because it's possible. And I'm proving that it's possible. And that's my intention.
I love the intentionality there. And it's not, like you mentioned, you're not focusing on the 35 million. You're focusing on the little things along the way that will lead to that. Because let's face it, there's a lot of agents that do 35 or more and they hate life.
Yeah,
Right?
I know them.
That's
I know
yeah.
them all. Yeah,
I work
and
with them.
they
Yeah.
do, and you wouldn't think they hate life because you're like, that's a lot of freaking money. What are you like?
Yeah,
How
but you're
could
like,
you
why
be
are you're
sad?
so successful? Why are you
You're
so
so
pissed off all the
successful
time?
because it is
You know?
it can be an absolute beatdown if you let it. And what happens, I
Sure.
almost think it's harder the more you level up. There becomes a thing that we do to ourselves. This like people are watching now. It's expected of me. And it may not even necessarily be true, but it's
Yeah.
rhetoric that gets, that you take on, and it just makes the journey so much harder because now you're carrying that. When I got into real estate, I didn't know a damn thing. I didn't know to be afraid. I didn't know to save money before I became a realtor. I didn't have any. I didn't have any. I
Right.
spent
Yeah.
$199 buying a Groupon and we had $237 in our bank account. I didn't
Mm,
know any better. So I was successful from when we started. I had the best time. I thought
I
this is
love
the
it.
coolest freaking thing in the world that I get to do. How this is amazing because I wasn't aware of what I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
higher you get, you're like, oh shit. Like you start getting real
Start
aware of
becoming
stuff
aware and yeah.
and it ruins it. And that's
Yeah.
why when people are like, oh my God, they've been an agent for 30 years and they're so miserable. Well, no shit. They're aware of a whole lot of stuff that you're not aware of, but it's how do you take that awareness and filter it so it
Yeah.
doesn't sabotage you? Like
Yeah.
that's the key. So that's what we're doing over at the Happy
I
Agent.
love that. I
Yeah.
love
So
that. And
go
it's
find us.
Manifest Your Market is the book.
Manifest Your Market. Yeah. Look at, I
And
have it right here.
I would love to have you come speak at our wine club to
Oh my
some of
God.
the agents I know, love, and trust. Maybe
All right. And you know, I'm
sometime.
from Paso Robles, California, where the
Oh,
wine's
are you
coming
really?
from.
Okay, we
Yeah.
just had
And
them in actually
oh,
a month ago or so.
I
Yeah,
and if anybody ever says Paso Robles, like they're like, does that wine come from Paso Robles?
you're like,
That's not how we say it, y'all, and we know you're not from there.
yeah, it's not ideation, guys.
Mm-mm.
I get it.
Don't make it fancy. Nobody from Paso Robles makes it fancy. Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so Happy Agent Collective.
The
That's
Happy
the
Agent Collective on Facebook.
Facebook.
That's the
Great.
private group. And then there's the Happy Agent podcast if you want to listen to the podcast.
And I
So we had
have
a
done that.
fun.
That's where I met Dante for the first time.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
was pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
We
was
just did
very,
a
very cool.
podcast on Monday. Kim and I filmed. She had no idea what it was about. I didn't write anything up. We didn't prepare anything. Dante pulled it together. I asked him to find the 10 things that agents secretly Google or ask on Reddit anonymously, and we would talk about it. And
Oh,
that was
how cool. That's a great idea. I
yeah,
love that.
it was a
I
good
love
one.
that.
We had fun.
That's almost like the Smartless guys. Like only one of them knows who the guest is out of
Oh, I don't know
the three
this.
on that podcast. Yeah.
Really?
So
Okay.
it's like Jason Bateman and two
Oh, yes.
others.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
him. I love
So
him.
only one of the three know who the actual guest is each time, and they kind of
Oh, see,
rotate
I
who
like
invites
that. And I
them.
think there's something to a lack of preparation.
Yeah.
Um, hold on. I have to tell someone I'll be there in a minute. That creates that authenticity. Again, that goes back to the videos, like over
Yeah.
preparing, over scripting. You sound like a salesperson.
Yeah.
I don't
For
sell
sure.
anything, just me. It's just
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I do. I don't have to talk
Absolutely. Yeah.
that's
I
it.
don't have to tell you,
I don't
right?
have to tell you. No. Yeah.
You know what I do. Right. So, okay, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
two questions for you. What is your favorite tech tool that you think other agents should be using or could be using?
Chat GPT.
Yeah,
Definitely. That's it. I don't have a lot of tech. I'm not a techie person. But I love me some Dante. Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Who is a must follow agent on the socials that you think other agents would benefit from following besides yourself,
Okay.
obviously?
That's it. Just me.
Just you.
I'm not really sure anyone else produces content.
I've met two other
Who
ones.
do I love? I love Lacey Brucci. She's out of Dallas. So go follow Lacey Brucci. Go follow Rosemary Lewis. Jimmy
Rosemary,
Burgess.
she's out of the PNW, right?
She's in
Pacific Northwest?
DFW as well.
Oh.
I love me some Jimmy Burgess always.
Oh, yeah.
Matt, what the hell's his last name? Matt, I think it's Matt Petio, P-E-T-A. He's out of Northern California.
Yeah, Matt and Roland.
Matt and Roland. And but I love them both, but I like Matt. I like Matt.
Yeah.
If one were to choose, why would anyone choose?
Right.
I would choose
When you
Matt.
can have both.
He's just, I got to meet him at Rev B, and he's so down to earth, and you just like feel a connection with him, and what he does is so next level. So like go follow him too. I love him.
At Rev B, did you get a picture with the fake but actually real llamas?
I did.
The fake looking, but yeah,
yes,
my wife and I
did
too.
They're I'm pretty sure they were drugged.
They had to have been. That
They
was
had
just
to have
crazy.
been. Yeah, that definitely.
Really, really crazy, but awesome. Well, friends, if you're still sitting on the fence about video, especially TikTok, go back and re-listen to this. Courtney, honestly, you just handed them a playbook for free. So, Courtney, thank you for carving out time to collaborate with your new ideation friend, Cole, and for opening up your playbook.
I got to write that word down. I know I've heard it before, but I'm always like, what? What does it mean? I don't know.
I actually didn't know what it was either, but it was, do you know Omar Rashid? Does that name ring a bell? Mm-mm. Okay. This guy is just an absolute rock star. He's like 23 years old.
Oh, I've heard it. Yeah. Jimmy's told me about him.
Okay. Yeah. So I got to have him on the show, and he was talking about on Tuesdays is like ideation. And I was like, ideation, like Chat GPT.
Oh, sure. Don't we all? Mean? Yeah. Well, it's funny enough is I actually have an English degree, but even funnier, it's from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. So do with that what you will.
Love it. Love it. Well, hey, you've made an intentional impact, very intentional.
Thank
and
you.
I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Courtney.
Thank you for having me. I'll talk to you soon.